Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some player props I like over on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Thursday, December the 11th. We got 4 games for Thursday night, so sadly it's another short slate. I think this is our last short slate for the week. We have a full slate of games on Friday, but the last few days, we've only had 2 games, and now we got 4 games today. But I still wanted to give you guys a couple props that I did like for today. Taking a first look at the board on Wednesday night, recording this video the night before. Going to give you guys 2 picks I'm liking for these 4 games. And then, as always, guys, we're going to give some information, some analysis behind why I do like these plays. Now, before we get started, make sure that you guys hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, make sure that you go sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code. Play $5. You'll get $50 worth of free lineups for signing up and using code NOAH. And then also, we do have a partnership with Sleeper. Do want to give a quick shout out to Sleeper. If you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can download the Sleeper app. Use promo code NOAH over there. You'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. As well, you'll get a free $20 entry. So you get that deposit match bonus over here to my left. Then you get that free entry, $20 free entry. And you get that no deposit required. So you don't even have to put in any money to get that free entry. It's a win-win for you guys. I highly recommend that you try out Sleeper. Take advantage of this new user offer while they are running it. I don't know how long Sleeper is going to do this promo. They've been doing it for like a month or so. It might be permanent, but I'm not sure. But while they are running this free entry promo, I think you guys should definitely take advantage of this. At least try out the Sleeper app. If you don't win any money off that free entry, then it was a free entry, so it really didn't cost you anything. So check them out, guys. And again, make sure to use that code NOAH when you sign up. But before we do talk through our Prizepicks plays here for this slate on Thursday, guys, I want to recap the plays that we gave out in Wednesday's video. So we gave out 2 picks on Wednesday. We gave out Royce O'Neal more than 15.5 PRA, and we gave out Devin Vassell more than 20.5 PRA. The Spurs-Lakers game is currently going on as I'm recording this video. It's the first quarter, so it's really hard to tell if Vassell's going to go over or under. He didn't have a great first stint. He had 6 minutes of no stats. But it really doesn't matter anyway because we took Royce O'Neal over 15.5 PRA, which lost. Royce, he only played 26 minutes. The game was a massive blowout. If the game was competitive, would he have gone over? I'm not sure. I think he had 9 PRA in 26 minutes. He didn't really shoot the ball that well. Shot 2 for 7. And I want to say we got some good value on his prop. I think his line bumped 2 points after Devin Booker got ruled out. Honestly, feel like Devin Booker, if he would have played, that might have been better for Royce O'Neal. But it was a loss on Wednesday, sadly. Plays did not come through for us. But we got 2 more picks, guys, here for Thursday. And let's see if we can get back on track here. Find a win on this Thursday slate. So the first prop that I like for Thursday night is going to be an assist prop. And we're going to look at Robert Williams, 1.5 assist. Low line here, but I like the under on this 1.5 assist line for Robert Williams. And let's talk through why I like this play. So Robert Williams, if you do look at his last 5 games, he has gone under this line in 5 straight. Not that that matters, but for what it's worth, he has gone under this line in 5 straight. This season, he's gone under this line in all but 2 games. And the 2 games where he went over, he had 2 assists in those games. I looked at his potential assist. One of those games, he did have 4 potential assists. But then the other game, he only had 1 potential assist. So he actually got some favorable scorekeeping. One of the assists that he got was technically not really an assist. It was just the scorekeeping kind of gave it to him. So he's had 2 assists in only 2 games this year. Every other game this season, he's gone under this line. Now, Robert Williams is in line to play more minutes right now because the Blazers are without Donovan Clingan. And Donovan Clingan was out last game. We did see Robert Williams play a season-high 30 minutes. He still only had 1 assist, though, in those 30 minutes against Detroit. And I don't know if Robert Williams plays 30 minutes again. This is a player that has been managed throughout his career from a minutes perspective. He's a guy that has a lot of injury history. He really never plays on back-to-backs. Kind of similar to how the Knicks treat Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, they manage him a lot. The Knicks do. They don't play him a ton of minutes. They don't play him on back-to-backs. That's kind of how they treat Robert Williams, the Blazers. Since Robert Williams has been on the Blazers, the last 3 seasons, he's only averaged, in terms of minutes per game, 19.8, 17.6, 15.3. Now, he hasn't been a starter, so he's been coming off the bench. But even in the one game this season without Donovan Clingan, so last game he played 30 minutes, but then there was another game earlier this year without Donovan Clingan. Robert Williams came off the bench, played 19 minutes. Last game when he played 30 minutes, that was his first time all season playing anything more than 22 minutes. He had only topped out at 21 minutes all season. I'm not confident that Robert Williams just is going to start playing 30 minutes a night moving forward without Donovan Clingan, just because this is a player that, again, has had injuries in his career. He's typically a guy that teams look to manage, especially the Blazers. They've really tried to manage Williams' minutes since he's joined the team. I think there's a chance he could start and only play like 22, 24 minutes. And even if he plays like 30 minutes again, it's not a guarantee that he gets 2 assists. Last game, he played 30 minutes, only had 1 assist. In that game, if you look at his potential assist, I believe he only had 1 potential assist in that game, or he actually had 0 potential assist. So the 1 assist that he got was from favorable scorekeeping. And he's really just not a big man that does much facilitating really at all. I mean, in his career, he's been a guy that's averaged like 1 assist per game or less. So far with the Blazers, I mean, this season, it's hard to look at a season-long sample because like he hasn't played full minutes this season. But in the 15 minutes per game that he's averaging, he's only averaging 0.7 assists per game. Last year, averaged 1.1 assists per game. The year before that, 0.8. He's only averaged 2 assists per game or more in his career one season, and that was when he was playing 30 minutes a night with the Celtics. Again, he did play 30 minutes last game against Detroit, but I'm not confident that continues moving forward. I think Williams' minutes could be in the low to mid-20s most nights with the injury history he's had with how the Blazers have managed him this year. Also, he is on the injury report today. He is listed as questionable with an illness. Anytime guys are questionable with an illness, there's always a chance that if they play through that illness, that it could bother them in game and maybe they get their minutes cut down a little bit. We've seen guys have illness going into a game and then get managed with their minutes. So I think there's enough outs to this under cashing for Robert Williams. And if Robert Williams goes out there and gets 2 assists, then I'll take the loss. But I feel like more times than not, he's going to be a player that gets less than 2 assists, even when he's playing full minutes, which he could play full minutes again, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to get 2 assists. So I like that as our first play for today. Robert Williams, less than 1.5 assists. And then the other prop that I like is on Malik Monk. We're going to take a points prop on Malik Monk, more than 14.5 points. And let's talk through why I like this prop on Malik Monk. So Malik Monk's going to be in line for a bigger role tonight because the Kings are dealing with some injuries. If you look at the injuries for the Kings here, they're going to be without Zach LaVine. They're also going to be without Dennis Schroeder. I believe this is the first game that Zach LaVine has missed this season. Let me take a look at that, but I'm pretty sure this is Zach LaVine's first game being out. I don't think LaVine's missed a game this year. Okay, so LaVine did miss 1 game this year. It was on November 5th against the Kings. So Zach LaVine's been out 1 game this year. I think Dennis Schroeder's been out the last 6 games. If you look at the minutes on Malik Monk this season, they have been pretty volatile, I will admit. Their last 6 games without Dennis Schroeder, Monk's played 23 minutes, 21, then 34, then 30, and then the last 2 games he's only played 17 minutes and 9 minutes. Now, he's come out ice cold in those games. The game he played 17 minutes against Miami, he shot 1 for 7. Last game against Indy, he shot 0 for 9. It's obviously not great to see him playing so poorly as of late, but if there was ever an opportunity for Malik Monk to take on a bigger role, it would be in this spot without Zach LaVine and without Dennis Schroeder. And for what it's worth, in the 1 game that LaVine missed this year on November 5th against the Warriors, in that game, Malik Monk came off the bench, played 25 minutes, and put up 21 points, shot 6 for 12, and 2 for 5 from 3. This is a player that has historically been a good scorer, like in his career. He's typically been a guy that, on average, when he plays 24, 25 minutes, you can bet on him getting you 15 points. And if you actually look this season, when Monk has played at least 23 minutes, he's over this points prop in 11 out of 14 games. Like a lot of the games where he's gone under this points prop this year have just been games where he's not really played many minutes. But like I said, without LaVine, without Schroeder, they're so thin in the backcourt, you would think Monk's going to have to come off the bench and play pretty good minutes here. I mean, they're going to need some secondary shot creation. They're going to need a guy that can come off the bench, provide scoring, provide facilitating, and that's something that Monk can do because you don't really have that bench point guard without Schroeder. You don't really have that, secondary playmaker, that guy that, can come off the bench, can provide a spark on offense, and that's something that the Kings need right now because, their offense has been terrible this year. This is definitely a spot where I think Malik Monk could step into a bigger role. At 14.5 points, again, this is a line that he's gone over in a good amount of games this year when he's played close to full minutes. I would expect his minutes to be at least in like the mid-20s, 24 to 26. I think there's a chance he could touch 30 minutes if he's playing well. Should take on a big role, should take on more usage as well. If you look at Monk's usage rate this year, he's got about a 20% usage rate. But if you look at the minutes he's played without Dennis Schroeder, without Zach LaVine, I think he's played like about 200 minutes without those guys. It might be more than that, actually. Yeah, so Monk's played 161 minutes without Schroeder, without LaVine, 26% usage rate in those minutes, which is second highest on the team behind DeMar DeRozan. Or actually, it's the highest on the team, 25.9% usage rate for Monk, 25.8% for DeRozan. So Monk's actually leading the team in usage in the minutes he's played without Schroeder, without LaVine this year. Should have the opportunity to take on a bigger role here, and I think this is definitely a good spot for him to bounce back at home as well. And what should be a pretty decent matchup against Denver. Denver's defense this year has not been like the best. I want to say in terms of defensive rating, I think Denver's like middle of the pack this year in defensive rating. Let's see. Denver actually ranks 18th in defensive rating, so they've been kind of slightly below average in defensive rating this year. I think the matchup's fine. I think the role's going to be good, though. No LaVine, no Schroeder should really benefit Malik Monk here. So that's what we're going to roll with as our second prop for Thursday night. Malik Monk more than 14.5 points. So what we got, guys, is our two plays here, again, for Thursday night. Let's see if we can go 2-0 on these plays. I know it's been frustrating lately with our NBA plays. It feels like every day if I give out 2 plays, we go 1-2. If I give out 3 plays, we go 2-3. Like, we just can't get them all, can't get that sweet. But hopefully this is the day that we can go 2-0, hit both these plays, and make some money on this Thursday night slate. So, again, guys, appreciate you watching. Be sure to hit that like button down below before you guys do get out of here. Hit that subscribe button as well. And make sure that you go sign up for Prizepicks. Use that promo code NOAH when you do. Again, when you play $5, you'll get $50 worth of free lineups for signing up and using code NOAH. But good luck, guys. Let's win some money tonight. I'll see you in the next video.